Doom, doom. Doom, doom.
Oh, doom, 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 doom.
Just kidding.
You can find me in the club.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We were listening to like early 2000s best songs last night.
Oh.
And that one was one of them. And then you try to yell when your kids are hearing, when there's some words that they shouldn't know, you kind of yell over them.
Right. Skeet, skeet.
What'd they say? What?
Oh,
discreet.
Discreet sheets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, dude, you know what though? After that last video, maybe it's the video before, I had to listen to David Banner.
Did you really?
After, yeah.
Does it bump pretty hard?
It does. It does.
In the Eclipse?
No. That one doesn't bump at all. No heartbeat to that one.
No heartbeat.
Hey, ever seen a Chevy with a butterfly door? Stunting is a habit. Lean like me. I don't even know if that's the words correct.
I think it is. It looks right.
Yeah. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Not Breaking Focus, Talking Nerdy. This is episode 23.
23. It's a good number.
Is it?
It's a great number. It's my number at work.
It is your number.
It's a great number.
Yeah. Oh, man. So 12 was my golden episode, I guess, then?
Yeah, it was a bad episode. I remember.
I don't even remember. Oh, man. But welcome back in IRL. It's been 2 weeks since we've recorded. I had to go out of town, and so you guys still got an episode, but that's why it was just kind of like a trailer breakdown episode, because we just needed something to get out. It was still enjoyable. Like, we wanted to see the trailers, and we waited to do it on that, but that's why it wasn't like a full podcast episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but this one will be. We'll make it up to you. I promise.
Full. Beautiful.
Yes.
Luscious. We've
got the scoops, and we've got a new trailer that I didn't know was out yet. I don't even know when it came out, but
I hope it's out, actually.
That's true. I didn't even click on it, so I don't even know. And I don't have the best track record. So
you don't. I think you're 1 for 4.
1 for 4.
I think so.
I guess we'll see. But yeah, so jumping into it, we'll probably just kick it off with this, because I'm hoping Disney will let me show it. Obi Wan Kenobi, I guess, has a official trailer, but it's coming out soon, so they really should have a trailer.
They should. I think it's April 20 something.
I think
29th,
18th.
18th, yeah, April.
Wasn't there an April 18th one that
I thought it was April 29th. You could be right.
Well, let's check it out.
We'll find out.
Oh, ads.
I love ads. Love them. This one's this Bior or whatever sponsored, but we're sponsored by Bior. We're not a big deal. Or not.
No, we're definitely not.
Not yet.
Oh, this looks like
the fight is done.
Straight out of
we lost.
Mandalorian.
I think that's their set. They're not leaving now.
I don't think so. Yeah, right. Oh, little Annie.
Stay hidden.
You did it. You 2 for 5.
What do you mean 2 for 5?
The trailer nice. You got it.
Oh yeah.
To hunting.
Still not good odds.
This patience.
Duel of the Fates.
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi Code is like an itch. He cannot help it.
Oh my God.
Where is he?
May 25th.
We are both wrong.
Oh my gosh. Oops. That looks really good. But, dude, so so Mandalorian was great. And Boba Fett was man.
It was 70.
Yeah.
High 70s.
But the thing with those two shows is, even though there's other characters in it, it was still like a solo type show.
Mm-hmm.
This, at least from the trailer, looks like exactly what you would expect, or what you would hope a Star Wars show would be. Like, it looks like there's world developing, there's a lot of characters, congested scenes, a lot of people in there. You're going to see a lot of new races. Like, it looks like they just, instead of making a movie, we're like, let's break it up into episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I mean, yeah, so you get different worlds. Hopefully we get, like, different stories on different worlds.
Yeah.
And eventually they'll collide.
That'd be cool.
And then maybe they make a movie after it.
That'd be cool. If anybody deserves it, he deserves his own movie.
Big Fish, amazing movie.
But that's exciting because, like, Loki did a pretty good job at, even though it was about him, there was still so many characters and stuff. It didn't quite feel like a solo movie like Mandalorian or show. And that's, dude, this looks good. Props.
Do you think it's up to your elitist status? I mean, elitist like opinions yet?
I think it's gonna meet or exceed it.
What if it doesn't?
You got Ewan McGregor. It's gonna.
Okay.
But if it doesn't, I will let you guys know.
Ewan McGregor, was he in your favorite Star Wars movies?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say you just double standard yourself.
No, yeah, but but his character, like, I'll give credit where credit's due. Yeah. You can't have Darth Maul, the most badass looking bad guy ever, die so quick. And it's all right that he didn't have lines, really, but he was so cool, should have been so powerful, and it was one little slice to the hip and he's dead. And you had Jar Jar Binks, which was somewhat of a fan favorite, but was also the reason why those movies suck so bad.
Just try to throw comedy in some Star Wars, you know? Can't there be comedy?
There's always a little bit of comedy. Han and Chewie threw a little comedy.
But there was no Han and Chewie in those ones, so they need Jar Jar.
Needed Jar Jar, yeah, but
whatever, elitist.
Missed the mark, I guess. I mean, if they were like, hey, the studio really needs a tax credit right now, can you give us one of those? They were like, hey, we got a Jar Jar for you. You can claim them next year. That's what it felt like. But no, I mean, really good. That looks, honestly, I know trailers make everything look really good, but that looks
Except
really
for Lord of the Rings, that one looked terrible.
Just awful.
Just awful. I hated it.
When they were like the first time they shot a scene, they should have just been like, you know what, back to the drawing board.
Yep, we're done.
You screwed up.
500 million. We're done. We're done.
Oh no, that looked amazing. That looked really.
I think we got a lot of good shows coming out this summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed.
It's gonna be awesome. We're not gonna be able to finish Gossip Girl, are we?
Because you know what, I want to punch you in your shoulder.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first episode.
Okay, so you watched the first episode. You met Dan, and you met Serena, and a lot of people.
Blair, I don't even know. I just know them by, one of them looks like a cancer chick without cancer.
Jenny.
That's probably her name.
Mm-hmm.
She has a sister-ish, half-sister thing in the first episode. Wait, did you want me to watch the reboot or the originals?
The original.
Oh,
the reboot's not as good.
Oh, I watched the reboot.
Yeah, it's not as good.
Oh, okay.
I can understand that one.
It was awful.
Yeah, that one's not very good.
Yeah, dude.
It was. I watched the whole thing, and I was just waiting for it to get better. It didn't.
So I watched a little bit yesterday. Got 5 minutes in, and I was like, "What am I even doing with my life?" Turning it off. And then today, I knew you were gonna ask if I watched it, so I watched it while donating. And like, anytime somebody walked by, I was like, do not look at what I'm watching. Right? I would have rather have said it was like X-rated or something instead of like, oh, don't worry, I'm just watching Gossip Girls. But it was so awful.
Yeah.
First, like,
yeah, that's really, that season, that reboot's not very good.
It's terrible.
It's like a 4.5.
I know they touched on it, what the original was, because like the students are running the school. Mm-hmm. Making the teachers' lives hell. And then one of the teachers that was from the original show, probably as a student then, was like, oh, did you guys ever hear about Gossip Girl?
Yeah.
And the other teacher's like, oh, what's that? And so she shows her, and she's like, we can keep tabs on the students and put them on blast to keep them in check.
Yep.
And I mean, it was corny. The students were so extremely bratty. And like,
you want to punch him in the throat, didn't you?
Dude, right away. It was just
don't worry about it. We don't, you know what? I don't want you to watch that one. That one's a little much.
All right, I'll try the first episode of the...
Okay, so you didn't meet Serena. Okay. Yeah. I want to try this.
We got Cokes.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, Coke in the building, Starlight
That too,
Edition.
because I love Coke.
Double fist.
I went for a month without having pop, or I guess 3 weeks, whatever.
So you're just going hog wild.
I mean, hog wildness is over, but that's weird. Starlight Edition, limited editions.
Space flavored. That's what it says on the bottom. Right?
I don't know.
I don't know what. I haven't looked it up, but I don't know what that flavor is. Right? You looking for ingredients?
It's weird.
It doesn't even tell you in the ingredients.
Yeah, it's
like, I would almost say cotton
candy. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. I was just thinking the same thing.
That's
you
what
get that hint at the very end.
Yep.
It's okay, not bad. Yeah, cotton candy. That's a good. I agree.
Right, because it's sweet, and it's like,
But you don't taste it till it's after.
yeah, 100%. While you're drinking it, Coca-Cola. After, it's like, oh, hey, hold up.
Yeah, it's
Something's different about this.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll drink this and I'll drink a regular one.
Yeah.
I don't have one at home.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're gonna be up for days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lucas commented, I need to see you guys compare the two ASAP or I unsubscribe.
Compare what to?
What to, Lucas? Hold on, I'll click on that. Maybe there's... No, he doesn't even say.
Yeah, how are we supposed to know?
And he already got a like.
I didn't like it.
Can I dislike? No, I don't want to dislike it.
Don't dislike your own.
I need to see you guys compare the two ASAP. I don't know. Lucas, let us know what you're talking about, buddy.
Yeah, why don't you just comment back on that? That's disgusting. It's disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
You know what? I was gonna try to bring over Sprite and bananas tonight.
Oh, I have bananas. I just don't.
I don't have Sprite. I have bananas too, just no Sprite.
I mean, I wonder if Coke works the same way. Oh, I know what he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
Oh gosh, he's talking about Death Nut and One Chip. Because at the end of that video, we talk about.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Lucas. You know what, Lucas? Maybe if you could actually eat, maybe I don't know, like
If you do it with us, Lucas.
No, he won't do that.
I know.
He won't do. He wouldn't probably do the sour. He couldn't handle the 5-minute jelly bean.
I don't think so.
No, I know so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's Hispanic and he does not like spicy.
No el tapatio.
Nope. No el barbecue.
Oh man, you're letting everybody down, Lucas.
Mm-hmm. I want to see it, Lucas. Lucas, you do that. You do.
Does Lucas like Lucas? Like, did you ever have Lucas candy?
What's Lucas candy?
It's like a chili powder that they put on everything, like suckers and all that kind of stuff.
That stuff's gross.
Yeah.
You like it?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a little Hispanic family that was a terrible accent.
What is
actually.
that?
I don't even know. That was like a Disney movie, but no, there was a Hispanic family that was in my apartments when I was like 6 or 7, and they sold candy, Mexican candy, out their house.
Nice.
So all the kids would just come up and give them money, and they would give you, Lucas or those like little peanut butter circles.
Chiclets? Any chiclets?
Yeah, they had those. Yeah,
Nice.
But I used to get. It looked like the little Play-Doh things, like where you can push make the hair grow through the person's head.
Mm-hmm.
They had those, but it was like the Lucas jelly chili spice coming through. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. But now I'm sure I'd hate it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And
Okay.
how creepy is to sell candy out of your house?
That wouldn't happen this day and age.
No way. And I would even tell my mom, like, hey, can I get $5? I'm gonna go buy candy from
my neighbors.
From the neighbors. Yeah, you can't come with me. Kids only.
Mm-hmm.
Neverland Ranch over there.
Anyways, about WoW. We can go to WoW right now.
You want to go to WoW?
I want to go to WoW because I'm very pumped up for my WoW.
Oh, WoW?
We
WoW.
destroyed Illidan Storm Rage.
Nice.
I know. That was pretty awesome.
Have you guys beaten them all yet?
Well, he was the last of the phase.
Okay.
Of the phase, yeah. So we just killed him last week, last week, and he's such a fun fight. It's just it's so satisfying to lose and lose and lose and lose, and then slowly, and then you get kind of far, and then you lose, and then next time you go like 1 second in, you lose.
Oh,
you get so
brutal.
close and you lose, but it's so satisfying just beating that boss.
Oh, yeah.
Like why you play the game. It's so fun. Yeah,
determination and perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so satisfying when you get that victory.
And I'm glad we have a pretty consistent raid team. So like everyone like did it together and all that stuff. And just watching everyone like slowly learn as a team, and it was beautiful.
You guys synchronized your hearts.
Synchronized swimming.
Yeah, there you go, dude. That's cool. Has there been any changes in WoW since Microsoft bought it?
Not that I've noticed. Well, mine's just a reboot, so.
That's true. They're going to focus on retail versus classic first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, classic's going by itself, so why would they mess with the classic?
True. Yeah.
The new one's what they got to fix.
Fix? Is it not good?
I don't. From what we've heard, I don't. Heard it's questionable.
And then you guys were going to go watch Batman.
Well, my cousins and nephews were going to watch it, and they wanted to go. They're like 7:30. I'm like, it's a 3-hour movie. 10:30. You can, guess your age then and there.
Right.
They're like, oh man. And then they're like, no, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, ugh.
That's even worse.
So I didn't go.
Yeah.
And I decided, and I came home and I passed out at 9:30 because I'm an old man.
Dude, you know what? That sounds like a good night right there.
I have not passed out at 9:30. I don't remember. I don't remember. It was terrible. But yeah, and then the next night I went to bed at 10:30. So I don't know what's going on with me.
I mean, you're going to be collecting Social Security here soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah.
But it's smashing the box office.
It's doing pretty good. 134 million.
I honestly, you guys already know what I thought. Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. That's his name.
The glitter guy. I thought he was going to ruin the movie because Ben Affleck didn't do it any favors. It's right there. Robert Pattinson. I was like, there's no way. He looks like he's strung out. It looks like he's still trying to be a vampire. Like a little teeny bopper, and he just doesn't fit the mold in like what I visualize Batman to be.
Like a strong person.
Yeah, you gotta have a strong jawline. You gotta look like a man's man and not like a Abercrombie and Fitch model.
What's wrong with Abercrombie?
I don't know. It's no Hollister.
Nope, it's not.
I don't know. But yeah, no. I mean, apparently, and it probably goes with what you were saying. How it's like a big. Because you were telling me that I'd probably like it because they bring it back dark.
It looked
like
dark.
The Dark Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a dark movie.
And I was listening to somebody talk about the movie a couple of days ago, and it sounded like it was very much just like that. Like, because they made a lot of comparisons to the Joker's movie, The Dark Knight, and they said it's very much like reminiscent of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because it's just like, I remember those just being like, when I think of Batman, I think of like a grimy city.
Yeah, just Gotham. Everything's got to be gothic, even in the old Penguin movies, right?
Just gross and so like the sleazeballs all over. It just doesn't feel. Yeah, you just can't.
Yeah,
and there's no safe place in that city.
Exactly, and you got to feel that when you're watching it. But so for that, I'll probably go watch it in theaters. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Are you gonna do theaters?
I'll have to eventually.
Yeah,
I don't know when. It's hard when you have kids.
It is really hard. Yeah,
and wives,
because they got to be into it, and then you also have to agree on the night that you're gonna get a sitter.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. And then a little bright light for any gamer playing Assassin's Creed. This wasn't a widespread bug, but it was a big bug that if you played up to a brewing storm, which in the game your character has to go up against your brother's friend in the game. I forgot what the guy's name is. Ultimately, you go back to Raventhorpe and you get confronted by your brother's friend. He thinks that so your brother in the game is like the leader of your camp or whatever, and you guys are spreading into England. You're trying to claim more territory, get allies, yada yada. He goes off to do his own thing to make alliances with kings and stuff like that. Well, he hasn't been back in a while. He gets captured, and your village knows of this, but it takes some time for you to find clues and track him down. And so the buddy is like, what do you do? You're wasting all this time. You're out there doing God knows what, and we don't think you're even looking for your brother because they are starting to think that you want the throne or whatever, the seat. And so finally, like, the buddy's like, you know what? I've had enough of you. Like, let's fight to the death. and he calls you out in front of your town. But the bug is, if you've experienced this, I'm happy to report it is fixed. You will go to, you'll talk to your map person to choose another alliance, and it tells you should go take a rest. You go down in your bed, you take a nap, and there's supposed to be this cutscene that shows like a storm coming in, that guy going into like the opening of the building, whatever, and he's calling you out. He's like, Eivor, get up and fight me. But what ends up happening is that you go to bed and it's just this long black nothing. There's no cutscene, and then you wake up and there is a storm. You go outside, and the guy you're supposed to fight is not a bad. I mean, he becomes an NPC that you can attack, but he, instead of attacking you, ends up attacking everybody else in your village. This is like the bug, and you can fight him, but you'll never kill him. He'll just collapse, get back up, half health. And for me personally, I was about to quit the game. You go to like Ubisoft's discussion boards, their forums, and it's like riddled with other people that have had this issue. Well, what?
How long did it take him to fix it?
Since the game launched in 2020. Yeah. Dude, I was going back. So when I had this issue, I found this thread, and I was trying to find resolutions. I went back, and people had been reporting on it since the game launched.
So it took them over a year and 3 months, best case scenario.
Yeah. I went on there I went on there and commented, and I said, is it really that hard to fix an issue that's been going on for years? And somebody called me out and was like, really hasn't been that long. At the time of me writing, they were like, it's been 14 months. And I was like, yeah, but literally it was an issue in 2020, 2021, and now 2022. And I was like, I get it's only been 14 months, but I was like, come on, fix the bug. Yeah. And so finally they did, but how you do it is you're going to have to uninstall the game, reinstall it, and then
download some update or something like that.
There is an update, yeah. So yeah, I updated first, it didn't fix it, and then I uninstalled it, reinstalled it, and I was finally able to progress in the game. And so yeah, it was a glorious moment.
Thanks, Ubisoft.
Thank you for making crappy games. But yeah, and then you guys have probably heard it's hard to escape when Apple drops something, but
unless you're me and you don't know.
You didn't know?
You know I didn't know.
Oh man, nerd.
Yep.
So Apple just had their March event, and they unveiled a couple new things, like the iPhone SE. It's pretty much, you have the 13, right?
Do.
So it's pretty much everything we have in our 13s, but an SE model. So it doesn't have the same camera, probably no wireless charging, and a couple other things. But it's got the same chip we have, really good battery life, and a bunch of things. And it's like $439.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, we just spent like $1,000+ on these, and you're dropping these. I mean, but they have the old design, the rounded edges. I do really love the squared off look, reminiscent of the iPhone 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, and it's big. And then they dropped, an update to the iPad. They did a couple things, but their Mac Studio dropped, and the Studio, it's like the Mac Mini. It's just this like little square thing that's a computer. The Mini is only like that thick. So it is impressive that it's that tiny, but the Studio is like 3.75 tall, I think it is. That part isn't cool. What's insane is they shook. This is going to shake the industry. They kind of redesigned or redid how you can do CPUs. So this massive chip, and I'll show you in comparison so you know, but they have the M1, M1 Pro, and then the M1 Max is just recently came out. And when this came out, everybody was like, oh my gosh. Actually, I was like, oh my gosh. Remember when I was like, hey, the MacBook Pro came out, and I was like, I could render 4K videos in minutes versus the hours it takes.
That.
Yeah. So that's that chip. And I was like, that's groundbreaking on the Mac side, Mac OS. It really didn't hold a candle to like the power that Intel can do. But two different platforms, two different purposes, so it doesn't really matter. They just dropped this guy, the M1 Ultra, and they literally were like, hey, by the way, we forgot to tell you all that on this chip there's this little thing here, and what this allows us to do is literally connect two of these behemoth CPUs together. So now you're getting 20 cores. You're getting 64 cores on the GPU side, 32 cores on their neural engine for like AI stuff like that. And you can stream 18 8K videos. Like if you had them all on the same display and you were, well, really it's for like editing. You could have 18 8K videos in ProRes, which is just a mammoth amount of data.
Sorry, when is that available to the public?
I think you can pre-order now. It comes out really soon. But so I'm going to give you some comparisons because this does.
Okay.
So I have a 10900K in that computer over there with my 3090.
Mm-hmm.
This thing does the same performance. So this is GPU. My 3090 was $1,500. Same performance as the 3090 at 200 watts less power. CPU side, they compared it to a AMD CPU that has 16 cores. They're saying that that's the best right now. I strongly disagree. I like Intel's, but that's besides the point. They're doing what the PC side gaming level CPU, the highest one on AMD's team, can do, or they're beating it with 100 watts less power. The reason why that's important is because with CPUs, the more power you give them, the more performance they can do.
Mm-hmm.
So what this is saying is there's headroom.
Oh.
And because it's capped on power, there's untapped potential in this chip. And the reason why I say that is because at the end of their keynote, they said, we have one more product to unveil, but just not yet. Or one more project to unveil. And it's their Mac Pro, which is like their desktop version.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are speculating that it's going to be a quad chip, like 4 M1 Maxes. I think it's still going to be the M1 Ultra, which is 2 M1 Maxes fused together, but with a power supply that just unlocks the full potential. So right now they're beating everything else you can buy on the PC side. Like they're like, hey, we match these guys that have been doing it for years because Apple hasn't been making their own chips for long at less power. And I think when the Mac Pro comes out, they're going to say, you guys should switch to Mac because we're about to blow everybody on the PC side out of the water.
So you're gonna switch to Mac?
I mean, I've got the best of both worlds.
You do. This is not the best of both worlds.
This was in 2015.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't a Mac Pro, but it was a MacBook Pro, and it was the best that you can get.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's insane. This is it. This little box right here, and I haven't seen like real world testing, but I think it's just gonna melt. Anything you give it away. This little thing, so it can handle 90 million pixels. You can have, I forgot what they said here, but you can have like 4 monitors. Oh, here it is. You can have 4 monitors hooked up to it, plus a TV, and it can display every pixel to this, which is just means there's a lot of horsepower there, graphical power.
So you're pretty pumped.
Pretty pumped. Like,
how much is it gonna cost?
So one of these guys is gonna shell out quite a bit. I think you can get like the 32 core GPU version for like $19.99, and then if
$19.99.
Yeah, $1,999.
Oh,
and then if you want the 64 core GPU, I think it's like $29.99, and so $1,000 more. And then if you want so there's also 2. This is also a groundbreaking thing here. If you want the 128 gigs of memory unified, which means your CPU, GPU, everything can utilize it, and it's all like NVMe storage type thing because it's all direct pass to the CPU. That's like another $800. And then if you want 2 terabytes of storage, that's more money. So the one I was pricing out was like $5,200.
Oh, that's it.
That's it, right? And and then it's like, then you start looking at the dollars, and then you have to weigh in that PC, like you'll spend less, get similar performance. You're not getting Mac OS and all the stuff with that, but at least that's modular. If I want to upgrade something, I can.
You can. This you can't.
This you can't. And so that's what I'm hoping the Mac Pro has. The CPU is still going to be soldered. You're not going to be able to swap that out. The memory is probably also going to be soldered, but where you might be able to upgrade it is like your power supply and your graphics card. And so this thing running with a dedicated graphics card is just going to be insane. I think when they launch the Mac Pro, it's gonna be everywhere. People will be talking about it. This is already what excites me though is this concept right here is gonna shake Intel and AMD, probably Nvidia too.
But it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. They're gonna be like, whoa, Apple, who just got into making CPUs, is blowing us out of the water. How did this happen? And
you don't think there's any glitches in it yet?
Well, there's no real world testing, and there definitely could be. But where Apple has a leg up versus Windows is, so the CPUs, GPUs, everything, you kind of have to, when you design them, you kind of have to make them on a broad scale to work with quite a bit of things.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do launch it, Intel, Nvidia, they still need to work with game developers and stuff like that to make sure there is no hiccups. On Apple, they make their own operating system, and if somebody wants to make an app or a program or a game, they make it to their standards. And so Apple's like, hey, we've got Metal, we've got all these different APKs, you make it to this. And so what all Apple has to do is make sure their chip handles their APKs like a framework really well, and then it's going to handle that app really well.
Okay.
Yeah. So they've got a leg up.
But they're okay.
Yeah.
But how long? Yeah, I guess it's tough. It's tough.
But with how fast stuff gets obsolete,
is it worth it to do that?
That you can't upgrade it? Yeah,
you can't upgrade it. So it's you buy
$5,000 to just throw it away in a couple, like 10 years.
10 years? You think 10? With how technology's moving right now?
5.
Like, because this thing was state of the art 6 years ago.
Yep, and it's still good. But now that I'm doing content creation, it's not good.
No, it is still good.
It's still,
you gotta rub it right, you know.
I mean, it's still flawless. It still works amazing. Like, their products last forever, and it can still do quite a bit snappy. But now that we're dumping, or we've got 4K projects that are an hour long. It's just
yeah, it's tough.
Takes a little bit on this.
She needs a little upgrade.
Little TLC.
A little upgrade.
I even took her apart and reapplied thermal paste, dusted her out, all that stuff to see if it would help. And I mean,
took her to the spa, huh?
Dude, yeah, dude.
Took her to Tiffany. You took her to the spa?
Oh, when she sees me take apart an Apple device, she goes to another room. She's like, I'm gonna give you your alone time. I get it. But it's truly innovative and insane, an overkill for the Mac OS, but it's cool what it could do for the rest of the industry. Yeah,
cool.
And then the Atom Project is going to be dropping before this video comes out. Mm-hmm. But if you haven't watched it already, hop over to Netflix, check out Ryan Reynolds' new movie, The Atom Project. We're actually going to check out did you want to check out the trailer?
Yeah, we can check out the trailer.
Okay, let's do this.
See if we'll get flagged. We'll see. Probably. Yeah,
if they don't let us, we'll be right back. Yeah, that's it.
I need this.
I mean, it looks good. The Atom Project
looks good, yeah.
I love that Mark Ruffalo's in it.
No.
Inventor of Time, since they used him as Professor Hulk, kind of steering time in the Avengers. Yeah, that looks good. Is there another Independence Day movie?
Oh, man.
I'm not even going to click on that.
Yeah, you'll get baited on that one.
Because that trailer...
I don't even know. I don't even know if I saw the last one. So, no, yeah, it looks good. I will watch that one. It's on Netflix.
So it's free.
It's free, Yeah. For some reason.
I mean, and all Ryan Reynolds movies are good. Oh, speaking of Ryan Reynolds movies, you just watched Free Guy. What'd you think?
I've actually watched it twice.
It's good.
It is good. It reminds me of the idea of Ready Player One.
Yeah.
It's just a cool concept that, I like the idea of it. It was a really good movie, better than I thought it was going to be.
Right.
I thought it was going to be like a Deadpool.
Oh, sure. Slapstick kind of third-person comedy.
But I did like... it was very creative.
They're both video game adaptations, but Ready Player One's virtualized, like you're going into the game. Mm-hmm. This is like the view from an NPC.
Yeah, it takes you a minute to figure that out, but when you do, and it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Don't mess with the sunglass people. That's pretty cool. Right. Channing Tatum's in it.
Yes. Yep.
No, it was Mom. That was the funniest part. Mom, don't touch my special sock.
Oh, dude, it was so good. I loved what's that guy's name? YT or TT. So he was like the president of the game company. Anton in the movie. Yeah. His character was just like so quirky and whatnot.
Gosh, I want to punch him in the face.
Oh, I know. But he was the guy that was the voice for Korg or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Rock
Oh.
guy. Yep.
No, so I did enjoy it. I'd recommend it for anyone who's still watching.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's better than you think it is, and it's free.
It's free.
On Disney
free,
Plus.
the free guy.
Yeah, free guy.
I thought it was pretty dang cool.
It was cool.
So some challenges that we'll give you a little teaser. Some challenges that we have upcoming that we're going to be doing is
Well, because we're noticing that you guys love the challenges,
you guys do. You click on it,
and I love it and hate it at the same time.
because we don't know what path or what road we're going to be going down.
No, and the spicy one, I think we almost conquered.
Sure.
We
You're talking about the one ship?
we dealt with some elite.
Oh, I see. You're saying that category we conquered.
Yeah, we not conquered, but we dabbed in a little bit.
Yeah, pretty heavy.
Grossness, he dabbed in that stuff.
Yep.
So what route are we?
We've done sour.
Yeah, that was easy.
I know I can step it up a notch, but I'm just worried about how tatered our mouths are going to be afterwards.
Like with what?
Malic acid, the powder.
The straight powder?
Straight powder.
Is that worse than the thing?
Yeah. It'll. So you know how you had like 3 or 4 or whatever.
Three,
it was?
yeah.
3 of them, and your mouth felt pretty raw.
Mm-hmm, it
so
hurt. Like
the next day, you're gonna have that like the day, like your mouth's guaranteed you're gonna be bleeding and stuff like that.
That hurt. It hurt a lot.
Yeah. But pure malic acid is definitely going to get us to make a reaction. Maybe there's like a safe amount we can do. I've seen people do it. I'll look into it.
Okay.
But then, so we've done gross, we've done spicy, we've done sour. And so I was thinking about being nice to us.
Yeah.
I was going to do like a sweet thing, but, like a can we guess the flavor? We've got some exotic snacks coming from other countries. And so maybe just from taste and smell and whatnot, can we guess what country they're from?
Okay.
And so those are going to be coming down the pipes. Again, if there's a challenge that you want us to do, let us know.
Sprite and banana
one. We got to do that outside.
We can't do that right here.
I don't want you spraying everywhere.
Whoa, me?
I mean, it's probably going to be me. I'll spray, but I don't want to do it in here.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
right, like in Scary Movie.
yeah.
But yeah, no, we're going to be doing that. And then
Death Nut. I'm not sure about that one.
that one intimidates me a little bit.
That one scares me too.
You throw 16 million Scovilles out there, and it's like,
do I really enjoy life?
yeah, do we want to die today? I don't know.
Yeah, and Justin, I don't want to hurt him.
I'm fragile.
He is like
Yeah.
a little baby otter. But no, Seahawks just traded Russell Wilson.
Oh, that was
We got to talk about that. Because,
Yeah.
we may be nerds, but he is the biggest player in the state of Washington.
Yeah, I think so.
He was the biggest player.
But how do you get rid of the biggest, like our all-star on the offense
All right,
and our
here's how you
all-star
get
on the
rid of it.
defense?
This is, I don't know if we have episodes in the past where I said we're going to cut him. I think we do.
Well, I mean, everybody knew. Yeah.
No, I said we're going to trade him.
Oh, okay.
Remember I said we were going to get rid of him. I think I did. I
I
swear
think
did.
you did.
Because the money, it doesn't make sense. We were dwindling as a team.
Yeah.
We were slowly going down. And we can either go down faster or just slowly. So we just kind of got to the bottom quicker.
Yeah.
So now we'll rise back up instead of just slowly going down. So next year we'd have probably been 8 and 9 with Russell Wilson. That's my guess. We'd have been 8 and 9, maybe 9 and 8. Not gonna make the playoffs.
Oh,
Didn't matter.
Yeah.
So this year we're gonna be really crappy, and we're gonna go down, get those crappy good picks, and then we're slowly gonna come back up.
But to do that, you got to get down to the Browns level.
We are.
Oh,
We are.
that sucks.
We are. We are not. We are there now. We are there now.
That sucks.
So
Nobody ever
we
wants
will
to hear
go
that.
like 5-12 next year. Just be ready for it. This is my prediction. It's on, whatever. We'll go 5-12 next year.
Yeah.
The year after, we are going to go 4-13. And then the year after that, we're going to go 7-10. Then after that, we're going to go 10-7. And then you're going to see the rise.
Yeah. But you think it's going to be bad this year, and then you think it's going to be worse next year?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Because this year we're going to be going with just some like random quarterback, and then next year we'll have our good We'll have our new franchise quarterback next year,
Yeah.
and he's going to take his lumps.
Yep.
And he's going to be worse than the last one. This is my prediction. It's true. DK Metcalf, you're next. DK Metcalf will be off the team before the season starts, too. You can quote me on that one, too, because we're going to trade him for future draft picks, because there's no point in having a good player. He's a good player, don't get me wrong, but there's no point in having him.
He's really trying to recreate the magic that he did to create that 2014 winning team.
Yeah. So you can't win. Yeah, we were going down. It's sad to say. We were good for so long. We weren't great for so long.
Yeah.
We were good enough to make the playoffs. We're not good enough to win the Super Bowl, which is what it's all about. I'd rather win it at once every 10 years, 1 year great, and then the rest of the year's crappy, than never win it at all.
Yeah. I would say the couple of years after 2014, we still were amazing because we went to the Super Bowl twice.
We did.
We did lose it. That was on us, clearly. That play will go down in history forever.
That's one of the worst plays.
That was the worst, yep.
Or great plays, depending on who you're...
Yeah, what team you were going for. But then we got really close for another couple of years.
We were close.
Close, yeah. And but those couple of years that we got close, I got to say, there was... if you think back to when that was happening, there was a lot of really good teams at that moment. Not the Cardinals, the Chiefs were phenomenal those couple of years. I mean, they're still a really good team. The 49ers were more of a threat back then. We had a lot of NFC teams that were just stepping it up around that time.
The Saints were really good.
Yeah. And so, we would make it to, the last round of the playoffs, lose, and it was
Green Bay is always been good, yeah.
Yeah, right. And so it was okay, we just didn't get it this year. But we were still a pretty dang good team.
Yeah, we were good.
Because at that time... 14, 15, 16, AFC felt like they were still trying to catch up and to the play style the NFC had, right? It was defense forward, and they were what? We've been banking on the quarterbacks and stuff, and now that they play the same way that we do, it's a different type of game.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it should be interesting. I don't know. I'd rather build from scratch than be mediocre. I'd rather be really bad
for a couple years.
Yeah, then be mediocre for 4.
Yeah, I hear that.
I like the potential, to rise back up like a dragon, rise like a phoenix, rise from the
ashes.
Yeah, right from the ashes. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad move. It's all a money move. We couldn't, with Russell trying to make $32 million this year. Next year, he's going to ask for a contract extension. He's going to get about $50 million a year next year.
Which is just insane.
Which is why...
Should never give a quarterback that.
Denver has this year and next year. They have next year to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because their window closes. That's why the Chiefs are in trouble, because Patrick Mahomes' contract kicks in next year. Which is making $50 million of his $202 million cap space. He's making about 24% of the teams.
I forgot that he also got a big one, too.
$500 million.
I know you want to keep the player, but just don't be the first team to do something that high.
No, that's too much.
Then you set the expectation for all quarterbacks.
That's why Tom Brady will go down as greatest ever, because he took team-friendly contracts, and that's why they had... Yeah.
Love him or hate him, he was team forward.
Yeah, I mean, you can spread the money around so many other players. Upgrade, Tom Brady took $12 million a year instead of $30. So $18 million, we'll say, extra. Let's say you average players making $3-4 million a year. You can upgrade 5 positions.
Yep.
5 positions are upgraded because of that. That's 25% of your team.
And it's not like that's their only revenue stream.
Yep.
Right. You still have ads, sponsors, all this stuff.
And how much money is enough?
Right. One
more dollar.
You make $12 million a year, I think you're going to be okay.
Yeah, but they don't see it like that. But Tom Brady did, and that's why he will go down as the greatest ever.
Probably.
So
yeah. Dang.
That's my take. It's March 9th, 2022. I called today that DK's gone and Seattle will rise from the ashes.
We're not going to have any All-Stars. When the season starts, all of the heavy hitters are going to be gone.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's to free up cap and all that.
It's built for the future.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's going to suck the next couple of years, but it is what it is.
But at least we're not the Browns or Detroit. At least we have nice weather.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about. You want to wrap it up, or you want to keep going? Or?
I think we're golden.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So if there's anything you want us to do, I know I already said it, but let us know in the comments down below. And we appreciate you guys checking out our videos, liking, comment, subscribing. Started noticing that YouTube was pushing some of our videos. I was actually talking to you about this earlier.
Exciting.
That is exciting. And so it's working. You're helping us. And I figured full transparency to let you know that it's working. And we just appreciate everything you guys do.
Every single thing, except not comment, subscribe, or like.
Should be doing that.
Every single video. If I don't see 14,000 comments, I don't know what we're doing.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, especially if you made it this far, just hit that button, buddy. All right. Well, you guys have a good one. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Fly like a bird. I want to fly away.
It's the Seahawks.
I don't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going. Maybe we should be the Browns. I'll fly away. I'm just kidding. All right, see you guys.